Hey everyone, I'm Ryan, you're watching 60 Cycle Hum, and in this video, I'm going to unbox and check out a pedal from Earthquaker Devices. This is the Special Cranker, which from what I understand is an evolution of their Speaker Cranker pedal, which was a one knob dirty boost sort of thing. Well, this has more knobs. It's got 3 knobs and it has a little switch here. So what have we got? We've got level, tone, more control. Always want more, so it's nice to have it. And then there's a switch for silicon and germanium. So yeah, this is gonna be an overdrive. There's gonna be clipping built into this. It's not just gonna be a simple dirty boost, one knob sort of situation. Let's read some of the manual. Hey friends, welcome to your new overdrive. The Special Cranker is an all-discrete analog distortion enhancement device designed to give your signal some extra grit and boost without drastically altering your tone and retaining all the natural nuances and character of your amp. Sounds good to me. I was actually really curious about the Speaker Crankers for a long time because I knew that they had like a dirty element to it, but I didn't really want a full boost. I don't like to I like to get dirt, but I don't want a full boost into my amps most of the time. I like my amps to stay relatively clean, but I wanted that kind of like very transparent, gritty kind of breakup that people seem to be getting with them, but I never got around to actually trying one. So this is my first experience messing around with, you know, something of this concept from Earthquaker Devices. I mean, it's a dirty boost, right? With some overdrive stuff. Let's keep reading. Think of it as sticking an extra preamp tube in your amplifier for more saturation. Single notes will blossom and bloom with rich harmonics and singing sustain with responsive tube-like sag. This copy, man, they are going for it. Tower chords will sound thicker and crunchier, a little bit more ragged around the edges. Complex chords will remain distinct and complex, as the Special Cranker is designed to preserve your tone's integrity without muddying up the low end or smearing the mid-range. I don't want my mid-range smeared. Thank you, Earthquaker Devices, for not smearing my mid-range. Man, they sent a poet to write this thing. Let's figure out the controls. There's a lot to read here. I'm not going to read it all. But level, tone, more. What does more do? The more control goes from nearly clean to a medium gain overdrive when at maximum. It controls the bias of the transistor. So you may hear a little noise as you turn the control. Don't freak out. It's totally fine. All right. And then the diode, germanium on the left for a softer and more transparent tone, and silicon on the right for a brighter and more modern edge. I usually like silicon settings. I like that bright and crispy clipping, you know. Flexi switching. What the heck is flexi switching? This device features flexi switch technology. The relay-based true bypass switching style allows you to simultaneously use momentary and latching style switching. Okay. For standard latching operation, tap the foot switch once to activate the effect and then tap again to bypass. For momentary operation, hold the foot switch down for as long as you'd like to use the effect. Once you release the switch, the effect will be bypassed. Since the switching is relay-based, it requires power to pass signal. All right, I'm not going to read the rest. I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out. I'm going to start out with my PR Silver Sky SE here into the 2 Princeton's rig. All right, that's enough of that. I'm going to start out with the 2 Princetons, and then I'll move on to the Tone King Imperial to mess around with hitting like a really dirty amp. And then I have a couple other amps around that I might work into the video. We'll see how it goes. Maybe the Princetons and the Imperial will cover all the ground I want to cover, but I've always heard that the Speaker Cranker is a little bit temperamental. Some amps like it, some amps don't, and you kind of have to figure out if you've got one of the amps that it likes or if it like meshes with your playing, with how you're using the amp and whatnot. So let's get into it. I want to discover which of my amps this pedal works with. Maybe it works with all of them. I don't know. I mean, we've got all these extra controls here now. Maybe that's part of the reasoning for the extra controls, is to be able to dial it in. Tried it on the bridge pickup. Here's the bridge clean. Oh, I like that. I like that right off the bat. Here's the number 2 position. Oh, I think I'm gonna get along with this pedal. Yeah! All right, I probably should have gotten a speaker cranker forever ago. Dark on the left, bright on the right, the way things should be. Yeah, I like that. I like that quite a bit. Let's check out the range of the gain control. The more control anyways. Still quite a bit of grit. Not a lot of grit, but plenty of grit on the lowest more setting. Nice growl to it, you know? Dirty, sloppy noodling there. very likely to use it with the gain all the way up. It kind of is doing that folded over. I mean, it's a really cool sound. It's just not the sort of sound that I tend to lean into. It does sound good. It's just not, it's not my style, you know, when it's all the way up. But the lower gain stuff totally is my style. That loose, like chunky, clippy, bright, spiky grit is what I like from an overdrive. So yeah, I dig that a lot. It works really nice with single coils too. I'll have to try it with humbuckers in a bit. But it fattens it up in a really nice way. All right, let's check out the germanium side now. There's a softer sound from the germanium clipping, which is pretty typical. Interesting, the silicon side feels like it has more low end, has a bigger, fuller sort of sound, and the germanium sounds a little bit more nasal, a little bit more focused on some bright high mids without the bigger kind of lower end that I'm getting from the silicon. I mean, obviously, you know, you might find a use for either, but I think I prefer the silicon. I've got the Yamaha RevStar here to try out some humbuckers into the special cranker, and then after that, I'm going to try to like tear the speakers in half. In my for instance, I'm going to crank this all the way up to see what happens, to see what it sounds like, and then I'll start trying some other amps with it. All right, I am on the bridge pickup. Oh, I think it likes humbuckers too. It sounds like a proper distortion. So that has been the bridge pickup. We'll try it lower gain. Almost sounds like a fuzz. Yeah, it totally has like a fuzz thing going on there. What is this nonsense I'm playing? What a versatile pedal! Try it with a neck humbucker. Switch back to the PRS and try just slamming those amps. Actually, I want to grab my Jaguar. I recently had Mike Adams here, the offset doctor himself for Guitar House, and he helped me swap out the nut on this Jag, and we changed the strings and did a bunch of other stuff. So I've been playing the Jag a lot lately. I've been enjoying it a lot. All right, let's see what the speaker cranker does for a Jaguar. like the germanium better with the Jag here. I don't know, that might be a tough one. Doing for all the guitars. It sounds different with each guitar because it is like, it does a great job of being just dirt and being transparent so that you are getting the character of the guitar through it. The Silver Sky still sounded like a Strat. The Yamaha sounded like humbuckers. This sounds like a Jaguar. Yeah, it's great at not burying your guitar under just, you know, a generic chunk of overdrive and distortion dirt. You can still get the personality out of your rig with it. Which is personally exactly what I look for in an overdrive. I don't like overdrives and distortion and fuzz pedals. Well, I like fuzz pedals that completely obliterate your tone, but I don't like overdrives that completely take over your tone and are like, well, that's just the sound of that overdrive. You know, I want to hear the guitar. So I like that quite a bit. All right, it's time. It's finally time to crank this thing all the way up. I'm going to dial in the amps to be on the edge of breakup as well. So I've got them just past 5, which is where my Princetons start to get a little bit of dirt and hair to them. They sound so good. It's so rare I get to crank them up. You pull back the treble a bit. All right, we'll start with this more conservative. I don't know what that's going to sound like in post, but it sounds amazing in room. So I think for this application, with a loud amp that's on the edge of breakup and you're pushing it further into dirt, I think the germanium side made the most sense. That kind of big, round, low end that you get with the silicon is just, it's pushing close to flub, which I worry about when I have an amp up, like breaking up, distorting the tubes like that. Where the germanium has more of that high mid push, it doesn't have that low end, so I think it's less likely to flub out your speaker if this is what you're using this for. Obviously, with the extra new controls on here, you don't need to run into a hot amp to get the sounds you want out of this. But if you're going to use it that way, I think that's a really great feature to have. And of course, there's the tone control as well too. So you can dial out lows and bring in highs and whatnot with that. Let's try the Tone King now. I'm doing a lot of experimenting in this video. So the Tone King is going to be great for this because it has an attenuator that I have set just to the dirty channel. So we'll have the clean channel full volume, and then the dirty channel is pulled back to match the volume of the clean channel. This is what it sounds like right now on the clean channel. Got some reverb on there because why wouldn't I? That was the number 4. Here is the neck position. Such a great sounding amplifier. And good looking too. Here is the drive channel. Dialed back the drive a bit, and I dialed the tone in a little bit different. And it sounds great just by itself. Let's try special cranking it. Yeah, I think the germanium setting, running into a hot amp, is the way to go. It's more focused. It's not pushing a low end in kind of a weird flubby way. It's not weird or flubby, but it seems like it's going that direction. Where if this was really turned up really loud, I'd worry about that quite a bit. Yeah, I don't like that. It's not flubbing the speaker, but that kind of like folded over growl right there. Then we throw it on germanium. And it balances it out quite a bit. So for clean amp use, I'm probably going to lean into the silicon. For dirty amp use, germanium is the way I'm going to go. I don't know what this riff is, but I like it. Try it without. Let's try it with the clean channel to see what that sounds like. I think it sounds great into a clean amp. I think it sounds great into a dirty amp. It's a drive pedal. It's a utility pedal for boosting and getting the sounds that you like out of your amps and things like that without coloring your signal too much. You can still hear the guitar. It's not like a tube screamer where it just adds this layer of fizz over everything. It feels really natural. It leans into some fuzzy sounds with certain pickups on certain settings. Good job, Earthquaker. I like it a lot. I'm going to use this. This is the sort of overdrive pedal that I end up using that becomes like a core part of a rig or a sound that I develop because it doesn't take away from the other parts of the rig. It doesn't take away from the guitar. It doesn't take away from the amp. It adds to it. It helps you tweak it. It helps you kind of shape what you're doing and push the gain a little bit more, but still allow the character of your gear to come through. I'm not going to get to the other amps because this video is long enough. Man, I like that. I like that quite a bit. All right, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me rude and nasty comments. Support us on Patreon. Buy a shirt if you're naked and stay grounded. Bye, everybody.